What's going on, everyone? I'm DeFi Sean. Again, that floating head right there is Mr. Pixel, and we are back for kind of the second, I guess you can say, episode of Lunar Trending, where we're going to be talking about the top 5 projects. And sorry for my voice, been sick all weekend, but hey, we're getting there. And Mr. Pixel, how's it going?
It is going awesome, brother. It's going awesome. Hope
Cool.
everyone had a great weekend, and excited to get into the actual live edition of Mooner Dust Trending here. I know we kind of did our pilot on Friday, just messing around, but um, excited to get going. Adam, if you're there behind the scenes, maybe let's drop a live link into the Mooner Dust Telegram chat. And shout out to all you guys in there too. You guys are awesome. We were on Major Trending this. Well, Sean was on Major Trending just before the show, and shout out to Adam, who was hosting that also. Not our Adam here in the background, but Adam that was hosting that. He's joined the Telegram too, by the way. So shout out to you guys. Major awesome. And I know Sean's going to be chatting to those guys too, looking at how we can kind of cross-pollinate and collaborate here moving forward. And shout out as well to Titan. He's been pushing hard, man, to get you on a Major Trending. So he did a community pool basically to for everybody to chip in and pay, and they did. What an awesome community. Those guys are awesome. And he said, yeah, we're here for you guys. Well, we appreciate it so much. We need it as much as, you know, what we do benefits the community. The community, it's the same. It's got to be reciprocal for us all to hit the moon here. But that was pretty awesome, Sean. How was it on Major Trending today?
Yeah, I mean, that's why we're a little late. Kind of threw us off a little bit. When I got on, I had messages saying they wanted me to come up, so hopped over there. Also, before we forget, we're on YouTube, we're on Twitch, we're on X. Hit that like button, subscribe button, share button, repost button. Again, remember, any button that you have to hit that button, push us as far and wide. And we'll be talking about, our top 5 trending products. But yeah, it was cool on Majors. Everyone that I've come across loves this idea. Obviously, like you said, Titan over there, kind of heading up the community, absolutely crushing it. And that's what it takes to actually have a successful token. It's not even just about us. We're doing everything we can on the entertainment side. We're knocking out the episodes. We're putting out the content, but it's really up for us to have a community that is willing to do what Titan did and really kind of get us to the masses. And like I said, we're not ready to talk yet. We don't know what's going to come to fruition, what's not, but we are entertaining different stuff from different people about potentially partnering with us. Because, in this space, like I said, there's a lot of people that I know, YouTubers, a lot of stuff. They're not going to cover it unless they're paid, all that stuff. But with those connections, it's a lot of people, again, that I know that can kind of take us to the next level. So it's just a matter of incentivizing them because, again, no one's going to work for free in this space. But there are different people, but one in particular that we're talking to that if we can kind of land a partnership with to kind of take this whole crypto entertainment to the next level, it can be huge. Again, I don't want to mention names yet, but if it comes to fruition, I can kind of go into why we chose this particular person / company / brand to kind of partner with to really help us kind of take this mainstream. It's been built, everything's there. So now we're looking more so for a partner that can kind of, bring us to that next level. We're not looking for anyone to buy it or give us money or anything for it. We just want a partner with even way more influence than I have. And that's what this potential partner has. So yeah, hopefully it comes to fruition and we can announce it and kind of go up from there.
Yeah, it'd be exciting. To bring this IP to the masses would be amazing. So again, community backing behind it and everything like that is so important. And it just shows too, like when you are going to the table talking about deals or whatever, promoting all this kind of stuff, when you got a strong community there behind you backing it and pushing it, and it shows that it has the entertainment value. That, like, there's already a litmus test out there done, and in the court of public opinion you're doing well. So, and the number's been great as well so far. It's been week on week. We'll pop those up a little later as well, I'm sure, when we get into it. But yeah, absolute shout out to the community on this one. Yep. Been absolutely crushing it.
Also, I think before I forget, I think he said if we get to about 140,000 market cap, which is essentially doubling this and hold it for 24 hours on Majors Trending, they'll make some even more introductions to us that seem to can probably help us without spending an arm and a leg. And like I said, when this truly starts to kick off and we start amping it up, man, it's gonna be absolutely next level with Lunar Dust. I've said it before and I'll continue to say it. We are one of one. No one else is doing what we're doing, not even close. Again, we know how the space works, or if you don't, how the space works is developers, they launch projects, they pump it, they dump it, they move on to the next. A lot of projects that you're seeing launch, that you get into, that you see launch, it's a lot of the same handful of developers that keep launching and keep launching. That's what they do. They launch it, they pump it, they dump it, and they move on. And they'll never, so because of that, they'll never do anything like we're doing, because what we've just done with this took months. Again, you guys came along the whole process with us doing Lunar Dust. And again, I mean, this is, yes, like we said, it's always attached to Infinity on a Lunar Pump, but we're looking to turn this into a whole, like, I mean, I don't even know, Mr. Pixel, what the right word is, like a media conglomerate. Like, we want it to be so much bigger than just Lunar Dust. Lunar Dust will be the front-facing token. I said we don't plan on launching 5 games with 5 different tokens. But yeah, we kind of want to turn this into, again, a whole new segment of crypto, because let's make it fun. Like, everyone wants to make money, yes, but then also, again, make it fun. AMAs, I can't say it enough, are outplayed like crazy. And this is coming from someone that used to charge people to do AMAs. It's never something that I honestly enjoy doing. It's just, they're so stale and boring. This is new. This is fresh. And this is, I think, in like, especially in altcoin season, with billions of dollars of hopefully fresh revenue coming into this space, this is going to be something that just can't be ignored.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what something I was going to say earlier. Like, at this moment right now, I mean, everybody knows, everybody's feeling it. The market's dry at the minute. There's not a lot of, external money coming into the market at this moment, but a lot of fear, extreme fear. And I know Sean hasn't plugged Crypto Over Red Bull yet, but he just dropped a new episode, I believe, this morning. Is that right, Sean? I'm sure you're probably diving into that.
Yeah. So, this morning's episode was kind of just the government shutdown, how it ended, what we can kind of expect. And it's not a magic button with the government shutdown. Obviously it ended. I believe they went back to work today, if I'm not mistaken. And, that's not just an automatic, the U.S. government shutdown's done, moon and stuff like that. But what it is going to do, it's going to open up all that regulation clarity, have your all reports and data and everything coming back out, so everyone knows exactly where they stand. Because one thing we do know, the market doesn't like uncertainty. They don't like seeing all the data and different things being released. So obviously that really hurt excuse me, the whole market as a whole, not just crypto. Every market was hurt by that. So now that they're back, also, you've heard me talk about it, there's crypto regulation bills in place that I know Trump wants to have out and signed in on his desk by hopefully at the latest early 2026, which is a huge deal. Once the market has clarity on what's a security, what's not a security. I even saw rumors this weekend too that there's some people are introducing some legislation to just have the SEC completely out of crypto no matter what. The CFTC or whatever would monitor everything, so again, once stuff like that starts to come down, I mean, again, it's going to be off to the races. I don't even think we've come close to seeing the end of a bull market. We're just dialing it back. I went over all that in last week's episode, I think Thursday's episode of Crypto Over Red Bull, about kind of how I feel like that. But yeah, I do not think we're about to enter some long bear market or anything like that. I think it's just getting started. This is, I think, the pullback before hopefully all the fun begins, because some of the people have said we've kind of had an alt season and stuff. I mean, I don't think we have. I don't think we've even come close. Bitcoin's dominance has been at like 65% for like forever now. So yeah, I really can't wait till we kind of have a true altcoin season again.
Yeah, right. And like we've said a few times, this is going to be like the next iteration of crypto, like the cycle as we think we knew it, like, is probably going
the cycle's done. There is no cycle that we're going to be aware of. I mean, again, a cycle will form. Cycles always do, but the cycle that we knew is done for sure.
Yep. And so anybody that's watching as well right now, before we kind of dive into some projects here, Sean, I guess let's tell everybody lunarpump.fun. This is what Lunar Dust was actually born out of, the token launcher platform that we launched it on, where the token is available to purchase right now as well, if you like, right there. Charts all there, beautiful platform. So we launched it on here. The idea of Lunar Dust, obviously, for any newbies, is it was designed as kind of a marketing tool to try and break through the noise. Obviously, it's so hard trying to get that attention of the of people, basically, to bring them over. So that was, that's kind of the idea behind it. That's what it spawned out of. So we created the game show, and the idea is that it would highlight features within the platform in order to try and tap into the streaming market and offer something that isn't available right now, which is, of course, the ability to reward. As the streamer, you can reward anybody directly in chat. Obviously, everybody has to connect their wallet over here initially, so it allows for instant transactions between wallets, basically. So the streamer, when streaming, they would have the option here, tip viewer, and they can select someone in here and reward viewer, and they would send them whatever the reward is. And the idea with Lunar Dust was that it could show people what this platform is capable of. So that was kind of the big idea behind it. And of course, people can tip the streamer as well. So if anybody comes here and launches a token on lunarpump.fun, you'll have this ability too. And on the back end, there is no like rigorous setup or anything like that. Super easy. You're on the back end, you can just drop in your link, your YouTube link, live, and just start streaming directly. It's not anything too complicated, and you can tip with Solana or the token that you've actually launched yourself too. So when you do launch, anybody that does launch will have the ability to do this, interact with their audience in this way, and you can even highlight participants and stuff. So if somebody isn't watching the chat per se, it'll pop up on the screen and they'll be able to follow along without having to watch like a chaotic chat that's going everywhere. And it cleans up dead air too when a streamer themselves are looking to converse with someone or highlight specific people in the chat. Always pops up on screen, so they don't have to like scroll through a chat that's going crazy and trying to find the person that they were trying to communicate with. So just some features like that aren't available out there. That was kind of the whole idea. So if you are watching on any of the other platforms right now, go on over to lunarpump.fun, and you can set up your account in there, and you never know, tips fly, rewards fly. So that's kind of the idea. And yeah, Lunar Dust Trending kind of spawned all out of that too. So yeah, get on over there. And of course, if you want to find out more about Lunar Dust itself, you can go to the website moon-or-dust.fun and check all about what you're watching right now, and the game show that's going to be starting tomorrow, Audience Edition, Primetime Edition Wednesday, Biokrypt Edition Thursday this week, 3 days a week. And that's kind of all going to get the Audience Edition is going to get a little overall here that we're working through at the moment to make it a more entertaining game. We'll probably want to try and bring that up to 26 wallet. 12 wallet's fine, but it's not as entertaining. So we're looking at maybe changing that and bringing in a ticket system. So, ultimately, the more tickets that are bought, it could even exceed the Primetime Edition for the top wallet. So that's kind of something that we're looking at doing. 0.04 Solana, I think, Sean, per ticket, right?
Yeah, I think not even $5. Yep. And
yes.
It's going to create a wheel. The more tickets you buy, the bigger you are on the wheel. So yeah, I mean, this theoretically can turn into the biggest event of the week. Every single week. So
less than $5, you can literally buy it directly from the website right here. Just click buy raffle tickets. You buy one, you're on the wheel for the following week. Now we're going to be laying this out this week. Obviously, we just kind of launched it soft on Friday, so we're going to lay this out properly. I'll have it within the decks as well. When you go here in the how it works section here, we've got a little deck here that kind of explains the whole game, how you can play on there, what the whales are, this and that. So I'll be outlining it in this particular section here, I believe it is. This tells you how you can apply for the other two by installing the trending bot itself. So you can get that directly from the website here. If you install it, you get your community voting. You can play in either of those episodes. The prime time for $1,000 on Wednesday, top wallet. Make sure you have a representative in the community. It's going to come on camera to do it, but you get voting. It doesn't cost you anything. You could win up to $1,000 for your project. On the microcap, $250 top wallet for the Thursday game. So you just install the bot and start voting. And of course, the trending show itself right now, which we're about to dive into. 5 days a week we're going to be doing this, and who's ever in the top 5, will get talked about live on the show also. But yeah, so the individual audience edition is going to have a slight variation where you can basically go over to Lunar Pump and buy tickets right here, less than $5 in Solana, and you're going to be on the wheel. Now, obviously, we want to make sure that builds up, and that's going to have to come with adoption. So we're looking at rolling that out and all this stuff. It's in the very early phases of all this. So we're looking for more and more adoption. So if you are watching and you think, you know a community that would be interested in getting involved in this, or maybe putting somebody on, not just to like win $1,000, but for the exposure. Obviously we're building this more and more. Numbers have been great week on week. So that's the idea. Give communities an actual platform that isn't just, in Telegram or specifically just on X. Like this goes out across YouTube, Twitch, X. We're probably going to add Rumble as well, I think, at some point. And just provide that level of exposure the more we grow. So, this is something you can do. And like I said, for communities, it's 100% free. Install the bot, start voting, and you never know. You could play for $1,000 next week or whenever.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and hop into it, I guess. I think you got the top 5 pulled up, which Moon or Dust is in there. We've pretty much covered the first 10 minutes with Moon or Dust. So Moon or Dust got some pretty good coverage. Actually, Wuang. Let's start with them. They're 5. Let's go ahead and start with them. They actually sent me over a media clip. We can go ahead and play that and dive maybe a little bit deeper. They were the ones that they were on last week. This was one that kind of needs a little bit more research, to be honest. It's not, it's something a little bit different. So yeah, let's see.
All right, let's dive in. Let's have a look at Wuang, see what they all about.
Yep. All right, guys, let's see. They sent us over a 30-second promotional clip. Let's see if they rival Mr. P's work. Let's find out.
All right, some snazzy transitions and stuff there.
Yes, I saw that. Yeah, let's go ahead and get some stuff pulled up for him. Let's see.
I believe as well, let's say before we move forward, let's put it out there right now. If there is anybody from Wuang, I'm sure Titan or somebody maybe in our chat. I know I did see someone from Wuang come in and say hi in the mod chat in Telegram. But if anybody of our own crew is over there in the Wuang chat, please drop a message. Tell them we're being talked about live on the show. And if they're willing to come on, hook it up, make it happen. They can DM Sean. He'll get them the link right there, and we can go up and hear from the people themselves. I really want to find out. These are the people that were doing the meme, right? The meme thing.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah, we kind of got that white paper right here. Let's kind of maybe read a couple of it. Not going to just read an entire white paper on the show, but yeah, let's maybe read some of. Read some of the highlights. So Wuang,
Titan. You messaged him. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Wuang ecosystem introduces SWL44, a revolutionary token standard on Solana that merges the properties of fungible and non-fungible tokens. So essentially like a hybrid. For the first time, creators can mint tokens that are both tradable, like regular SPL tokens, and carry rich metadata like NFTs, creating what we call tokens with a soul. So that's kind of cool. Gotta do a little bit more research to kind of understand how that works. So traditional tokens force a choice, either fungible, tradable, but generic, or non-fungible, which are kind of like your NFTs. SWL4444 eliminates this trade-off, enabling fractional ownership of metadata-rich assets with built-in liquidity, opening entirely new possibilities for digital content monetization and distribution. So it's basically like, to put it in simple terms, it's basically like a token and an NFT, I guess, mixed all in one. If I'm understanding that correctly.
Yes, that's what it seems. Yeah, I'm not too sure about the technicalities, but yeah, that's what it seems.
Yeah, I have to see. So let's see. Vision: establish the foundational infrastructure for hybrid metadata-rich tokens on Solana, empowering creators across all digital content verticals to innovate and monetize in ways previously impossible. Universal platform for hybrid tokens, open standard for innovation, create a first ecosystem. Let's see, built with a sustainable, transparent ecosystem powered by the SWL444 standard, demonstrating its capabilities through audio-first applications while laying groundwork for future content types. And then this is what we looked at last week, the sound memes, the flagship implementation of SWL444, viral audio content with tokenized ownership, built-in liquidity pools, and fractional ownership mechanisms. And then music NFTs. We have traditional NFT approach for full tracks with comprehensive royalty systems.
Okay, so I guess it seems like something that that as it trades, it gets monetized, and then there's for each individual almost, I guess, token, or when it gets traded, you earn some way that it's monetized, I guess, anyway, for the data. It seems to have mentioned metadata there too. So, you know, there's a lot of data being generated in crypto too, and someone's making a lot of money from it. So
yeah, for sure.
Trying to tap into the monetization of that is super important, and the decentralization aspect of it. You know, I mean, it kind of comes down to that whole question again: should you be getting paid for your data? I mean, I feel like you should be. You're the one that created it. It should be your own intellectual property, and you should be getting paid for it. If some company or big company is making billions off of it, I feel like, you know, you should be entitled to some form of compensation for that. A lot of people think that's communism. To me, that's not. That's capitalism. You're creating it. You're creating the data. You're the one putting in the work. And then some big tech corporation just goes and sells it for billions, and you don't get shit. So my thought is, I mean, yeah, absolutely. And, you know, crypto seems like the way to do that, right? Monetize your data, allow it to be your own intellectual property, of course. But I see a lot of this. I see a lot of people out there trying to figure out exactly how we can monetize that. Now, this looks like a little different. It looks like it's I mean, I could be wrong. It's hard exactly to understand what the difference is between this and an NFT or just a regular token, and how they combine. But it's obviously to do with the monetization aspect of it to some degree. So if we can get someone from Wuang to come up, that would be awesome, and we could dive into it a little more, just to understand that exactly for anyone that's viewing, because you know, when you're talking about, and this happens in crypto all the time, you always you come across things that have the potential to be revolutionary in some way, shape, or form. So like when that is the thing that you're pushing, you know, explaining that well and helping people understand it is paramount. So it would be great if we get someone on to talk about it and enlighten us, so we can enlighten our audience here and make sure they have some good, legit, you know, from the horse's mouth, from the source information is the best way to go. So yeah,
yeah, this is definitely one that, you know, if they brought me on to do a token review, this one, it would definitely take some time to research this one and figure out exactly everything. And you know, I mean, I think on chain, like, you know, blockchain, all that, potentially NFTs, all that is, I think, the wave of the future. I think artists will probably be selling and owning their music via that way. You know, companies getting their products and stuff delivered. Everything. I think everything will end up being on blockchain and NFTs and all that as we move forward. Again, people that aren't in this side, Web3 and all that yet, I mean, it's definitely the wave of the future.
Yeah, absolutely. It's and you know, it's hard to kind of gauge anything because we don't know exactly what the regulation of everything is. Every country is going to have their own regulation. So it's all over the place, but we'll see. We'll play it by ear and we'll see what happens. But it looks good. I mean, the website looks great. It looks very professional from what I've seen. How many followers they got on X here, Sean?
Yeah, 947 followers. So they'll
nice
give
organic growth.
Yeah. Again, all too often you can tell immediately when it's not organic. When I'm doing that research, a project just launched and they want me to make a video, and I get on their Twitter and they have 34.7 thousand followers, and it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, 2 likes right off the
bat. Yeah, exactly. 40 views for every post, but yet they have 40,000 followers.
All right, what kind of content they're putting out here? Let's see what you got. They're getting some good engagement. It looks like good, solid organic engagement so far for an early project, so that's good. That's what.
Yeah, everyone in the space gets so used they don't even realize it, but it's just nothing but fluff.
They quote tweeted us.
People don't realize it. Yes, I saw that right here.
Oh, there we are. Main account. Did they just do that just now, or when was? Oh, this
no, that was Friday.
Friday. Awesome.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. They tagged me. Awesome. That's when they sent over the clip. There's our beautiful mugs right there on the Twitter.
It looks good. I like the look of that aesthetic there as you're scrolling through.
But yeah, guys, it looks like a good one. It's still good. It's good, low market cap. I know that.
What's the market cap right now? What do we got? Well, the website looks great anyway, so that's a great start. What have they got as regard? Let's see: staking, sound memes, marketplace, home. I like it. I like the layout. I like the color. It looks good to me. So let's check out the chart here, Sean. See how they're doing here.
Yeah, it looks like we're had some downward pressure that sucks right there.
How long have they been live with this token?
Let's see. I know it'll say it right here for sure. At least I think.
Again, anybody from Wuang out there watching, hit them
So
up
am I
with a
seeing that
reminder
right?
and let them know.
11 months, 16 days. Is that what I'm seeing? Yeah, it looks like almost a year.
Okay.
Which is good. It shows that consistency. The market we're in now, KYC good, audit. The market we're in now, this is where builders build, like we're doing with Moon or Dust. You build it so that when that altcoin season and hopefully all that fresh new liquidity gets in the market, you're there and you're ready to hopefully capitalize on that. So yeah, 93,000 market cap. Again, this is definitely all organic, which is good to see.
Well, and you know what it makes me think? It looks like they've been building for quite a while. And same as us, dude. I like to see that. I like to see people with that kind of conviction in the space. You got a token going for a full year. Of course, some more insight. Again, if anybody from Wuang is watching, or please, one of our own peeps, drop a message in their group again. Let them know we'd love to have them on to go over this. I'd like to see, when the chart went up, what exactly did it do? Did it make an announcement of some sort? This and that, just to kind of gauge how it's going, how their building has been going. Just hear from the horse mouth would be awesome. So yeah, please hit us up if you can come on here, guys. But
yeah, Wuang, check them out. I think let's see what the 4 is. Another one, maybe we can hop on over, see what they have going on over there. Look at that, followed by a lot of our people. So huge shout out to that Lunar Dust /Infineon /Lunar Pump community. We had Spig on. They were on. They won a little bit of money, but also more importantly got some exposure. So Spig, their CEO, Dev, whatever you want to call him, was super excited. He loved the game.
Yeah, feedback's been awesome.
Make sure.
Okay, what the 4? Let's check it out. What have we got? How many followers? 434 again. Looks like a new one.
Got 82 members in their X community, so good to see that. Let's see what we have. Our pin tweet rate, 14,000 views, not bad. It's got some good engagement, 60 comments on that memorable day of CZ Binance and the whole crypto space. We had to mark it with a what the 4 print. We decided to send CZ wallet tokens representing around 5% or 5% of the total supply. So it looks like CZ is going to be holding some of this. And they seem to have some pretty decent Binance connections from my understanding as well.
Awesome. What the 4?
I don't think they have a website, though. It's big, or if anyone's watching, definitely let us know. We got let's see, the meme page.
Yeah, it looks like they're kind of running it mainly from X community, I guess.
Yeah, which nothing wrong with that. A lot of projects don't even have a Telegram anymore. Yeah. A lot of projects will do the X community. So yeah, it doesn't look like they have a website. So of course, let's check out their chart. All right, so still super low, 25K. So super low there, 425 holders, 24-hour volume, 3.0K. And again, guys, all organic. Some people probably hate me because I always pull back the curtain. But a lot of times, you'll see 103,000 volume. Well, guess what? Their volume is actually 3,000. They just have a market maker or a volume buy going for that other 100,000. So again, crypto is a big game of fluff. So you have to determine who's fluff and who's legit. So when you see stuff like this with these smaller numbers, don't get discouraged because majority of these products, this is what the numbers actually look like. They just inflate it. And again, that's what we do. We always tell our people in our projects what we're doing. Same thing with Moon or Dust, all organic, no paid views, no paid volume, no paid nothing. And there will be a point in time as Moon or Dust grows that we probably will crack out the volume bots and different things like that. It's just, we're not there yet because unfortunately it is kind of part of the game. And we'll get there. So yeah, everyone go check out what the 4, another solid one.
Yeah, we'll get there. It's all, smoke and mirrors a lot of time in crypto, fake it till you make it. Hey, not just crypto either, by
Well,
the way.
yeah, yeah, business in general too with a lot. But we didn't want to start with the smoke and mirrors. We wanted to build it organically, and when we have that foundation built, and when we have everything where we want it, then we can kind of switch in the high gear to really start getting our attention. Because unfortunately, there are people that won't look at a project if it doesn't have X amount of volume and all that stuff, even if it is market makers and volume bots and all that stuff. And when it's just how the game's played.
Well, the thing is, like, finding the communities now when the market is the way it is, like, that's the trick here. And, that does involve, doing your own research and taking the time to do it. So that's kind of why we're doing this too, is like it'll help people out. We understand everybody's got a very busy days and this and that. Like this life is hectic, especially when the market's in the shitter. You're probably working extra hard. So hopefully this will alleviate some of that pressure. People can come and check it out, and we'll bring up what we feel like are things worth noting for any of these projects. Again, if Spig or anybody from the What the For community is out there and want to jump in and talk about it, please do. I know we had Spig on to play himself. He gave a little light overview, but that was in the main microcap show itself. So this is a little more open, obviously, so we can, we can dive a little deeper into any of these projects today. And again, if somebody's just rolling up in an X chat or in a Twitch chat, YouTube, Lunar Pump, and you want us to talk about your project as well, and you're not on the trending bot right now, but you got a good community, just come in, up, hit the chat up, and we'll bring it up. We'll have a look at it. That's not an issue. It's not always going to be, like I said, this is open. It's going to be open ended, and we're just going to jump between any project. So if there are communities that do roll up and push it hard, yeah, we'll bring it up, of course.
Yep. And we this is basically the first day of us actually pushing this trending bot and stuff. Right now, you can easily get talked about on the show for free without having to pay for a boost and everything. It's just now starting to get spread. So yeah, if you don't have that bot downloaded, go ahead. You can navigate on over to moon-or-dust.fun, and right there at the top will be the instructions on how to easily get the bot into your Telegram. Start voting, and then possibly by tomorrow we'll be talking about your project. Also, another one, Biokrypt. Shout out to them. They've been number one for a while, even over us, Moon or Dust, and Infineon. Looks like their pre-sale's over with 276. Actually, talking to them, they might even be an advertiser on Moon or Dust. So really cool team over there. And yeah, this is shaping up to be a good one. Partnered with Microsoft, which you don't see something like that very often. I know that they're going to be having some top centralized exchanges coming. I mean, their platform is really cool.
Yes, so if anybody is in the Biokrypt community, please tell them we're looking at their project right now. Send them a message. If anybody wants to come up live on the show and talk about the project, that is no problem. And again, this is always great too for media and marketing. This is free content. You can go after the fact and you can clip this part where we're talking about this, and there you go. There's a token review already done for you, right? You can just chop it yourself. And of course, if you come on here and you do it and talk about it, you got a full AMA interview, live chat, already pre-built audience here to come and do it. So, it's a good opportunity. And like Sean said, we're just starting this week is the first day of the trending show. So if anyone from the Biokrypt community wants to jump in and give us an overview, please do that. Send them a message there, Mod Crew. Let them know we're talking about them.
Yeah, Biokrypt CEO. He actually talking to him. He may be coming on an episode of Moon or Dust as well. So obviously really cool community. I actually did a token review for them a few weeks ago. But yeah, everything's looking good. Of course, audited. Their CEO's docs. Trend number one on deck screen and more. Top influencers on board, which I know that they have. This is my YouTube video right here. They got on their website, and they got some other ones too. Looks like they got done. So really cool. They're featured in all your top stuff, Digital Journal, Binance, CoinMarketCap. So really cool to see that.
So what is it that they do, Sean, just to give people an idea here, who's ever
So a lot of people are familiar with Axiom at this point. So they actually built a trading platform. Works flawlessly and very smooth with a lot cheaper fees than Axiom and stuff like that. So they're actually a real revenue trading generating platform. And more importantly, the platform is live. and you can use it to trade. Again, it's just so smooth, like Axiom and now Biokrypt. And, it's so much easier than using like Jupiter or anything. A lot of times it'll get frozen or held up and, everything just keeps spinning through these. Like Biokrypt is instant. So if you're trying to get in and out of stuff fast, it really is the route to go. Check out this YouTube video right here that I did. I actually do a demo of actually buying and selling and how quick the platform works.
So it looks like basically what they did here was, they created this new trading platform. It's got AI integration. Is that correct, Sean? Integrated into the platform.
So they're integrated into they're integrated in the pump fund. So again, how many times have you tried trading on pump fund and you had failure? Probably won't have that problem via this.
Yeah, so they have the AI integration into it, and it looks like they probably applied to some kind of a Microsoft grant style thing from what I can see. And Microsoft backed it. They obviously saw the potential in it. It must be offering something different. If Pump Fund is also integrating it, then it's definitely offering something. These people aren't going to do these integrations, lightly. They're going to make sure that it's going to improve what they already have. They wouldn't integrate it otherwise. So I mean, that's certainly promising as far as the software itself goes.
Looks like 50% of the profits going back.
Okay, again, that's something you got to be careful of, right? Moving forward here.
Yeah, he's in a different country though. So different countries, different rules. Like what I was told by legal advice that I've gotten is that I can do something, or with even, let's say, Lunar Dust, and incorporate offshores and different things. But at the end of the day, without clear regulation, especially, I got to be careful, because even incorporating offshores or doing different things, at the end of the day, I'm still a U.S. citizen. So that doesn't mean that I can just necessarily incorporate and think that everything is fine.
So where is this? Where is
they
set up?
I forget where he's at. Let's see. I'll find out that
Europe
answer
somewhere,
for everyone.
or India,
I'm almost positive
Asia
I'm almost positive it's somewhere in Europe. I'm pretty certain.
Gotcha. Okay, so and you said that the pre-sale, the pink sale, is currently over. Is that right?
Yeah, pink sale just ended a few hours ago, which means that the token will hopefully be live by tomorrow, and we can check out a chart. It looks like they raised 276 SOL, so really cool to see that. So they're rocking and rolling.
Yeah, it looks like something definitely worth keeping an eye on when this token drops. Let's to see. Obviously, no matter what happens after pre-sale, it's going to dip a bit, but it should be interesting to see. I think it's definitely worth a watch. And shout out to you guys, Biokrypt, for getting the bot installed and your community voting. You guys are awesome. And if anybody has any questions too, or anything like that, just drop them into whatever chat you're viewing this from, and we can dive into something. If there's some particular thing about any project you want to know, just drop it in the chat right there.
I wanted to make sure it wasn't live, which it's not. I just wanted to make sure it didn't launch.
Cool. And do these guys have a Telegram as well, Sean? What are their socials? I know they have the X, right? Do they have a Telegram too, or is it their messages?
They do. No, they have a Telegram right. They have a Telegram right here. So let's see.
Yeah, 8,000 members, 138 online currently. But yeah, definitely worth jumping over there and checking out. They're topping our leaderboard right now at this moment in time.
Yeah, and they've been topping it for quite a few days now. So yeah, shout out to them.
Yeah, I'm excited to probably have him on the game show at some point, if we can get a hold of him. But yeah, looking very promising. I mean, it looks like a pretty solid project, you got to say. Strong utility there. There's no doubt about it. And already being integrated into some big platforms is very promising. So, but again, tokens are tokens. You never know what tokens are going to do. They're never a measure of success, in my opinion.
Tokens are gonna do what tokens do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but shout out to the Biokrypt crew. They're looking pretty good. I like it.
Yeah, guys, that's all the ones trending today. And like I said, if you want to get talked about, definitely hop on over. You can probably, if you have a decent community, get in there, get some free advertisement without having to boost or anything at this point. So go ahead. Let's see, get get that trending bot installed right here. Add mod trending. It's going to go ahead and bring you to the Telegram, and it walks you through step by step. We idiot proofed it. And if you have never installed a bot before ever on a Telegram, you'll be able to figure out how to install this. We will give you step by step instructions on what you're doing and get that voting going. And yeah, come on up and you can be talked about on Lunar Dust Trending.
Yeah, exactly. And even if you pick up the bot right now, I know we are rolling out the people to actually participate in the live shows for the wallets, the $1,000 wallet on the prime time, $250 wallet on the market cap. But we're watching the bot all the time. If you're in there and your community is active, you guys are voting, not just necessarily to get on this show, which will always happen if you're in the top 5 and even below it. Sometimes depending, or even if you just rush into the chat here and bombard us and ask us to pull something up, we're open to doing that, of course. But to get on the main show for those prizes, that's what we'll be watching too. Ultimately, it's going to be, people reaching certain thresholds that would, get on a wheel to be spun at the end of each week to determine who's going to be on next week's primetime and microcap. And the audience edition specifically is the ticket thing we talked about a little earlier. But that's the benefit of the bot too. You can get on the main show itself on a Wednesday or a Thursday and play for $1,000 top prize, which means you're making money, you're bringing it back to the community, and again, it's totally free. So just getting the bot in. We're working on it at the moment where it's going to delete those vote messages after a certain amount of time. It's a little bit annoying for a lot of communities. So just know that that's being worked on right now. And, for people that are actually moderating, because we do it too in our chat and we have it in there. At the moment, you can just right click and delete all and just delete it. And it'll kind of clear up your chat like that. But yeah, so we're working on that, getting that implemented and taken care of. But like I said, we just put it out there and we're just pushing for adoption right now. So if you do know any communities out there that are, that you think would be interested in something like this, please tell them go to the website, download the bot, like Sean just showed you guys, and install it and get voting. And, once you get to the top 5 here, again, like we said, you're going to be talked about on this show. We want to try and bring people on, whoever the developers are, or even strong community members, whatever, to talk about those projects as well in real time. And again, like Sean said, on YouTube you can go and you can pay for however much for a token review. Here we're doing it live, and this is something that can be clipped after the fact as well when we're talking about these tokens. And if you're up here to talk about it yourself, the review is going to be even better, right? Because you're talking to the real people straight from the horse's mouth. So, it's an opportunity to gain this exposure. Again, we're growing these numbers all the time. This is literally the first day that we've kind of started this trending show. So, again, get your bot installed and get it into your Telegram and start voting right away. This is what I wanted to show. There it is. Website.
Absolutely. Zero downside. Free marketing. At least right now, free. So take advantage of it.
Yeah, easy to get on here right now. So again, and of course, like I said, we're growing these numbers more and more every week, the main show itself. But let me I'm going to bring up some of those numbers right now just to show some people real quick. Where are we? This is it right here. No. But yeah, so get on over there and install the bot as soon as possible, and don't have your community missing out. Because like Sean said, it's going to be easier now these days to actually get in there while it's early. So let me bring up this real quick so I can show you guys what I'm talking about. Okay, just to give you an idea of the numbers, because we're constantly updating these numbers here too. And this is what we got at this moment. We have 4 weeks of data from the live shows right now. So we got, live viewers roughly, or about between 250 and 350 live viewers. And again, now this is for the actual main Lunar Dust show itself. Like I said, we just launched this trending show, so that's we'll do our own numbers for that. But for the main show, you can see 250 to 350 live viewers roughly per show across all platforms. 10 to 22,000 total views per episode, 135,000 plus unique reach across all those platforms also. And then we drop out social clips. We're just going to be dropping another one too, and we drop them every week from whoever was highlighted that week. So you get like replayability factor for your project too. And then we have obviously the social clips that go out on YouTube Shorts, the vertical style, which are a pain in the ass to make, by the way. So please comment on them and support them, because they're the things that takes the longest. But you know, they're good. They're super beneficial for it. We got 12.7k total impressions and views. That's a 36% increase week on week on those clips. 44% average engagement. That's 13x.com clips. That's 7.2k impressions. And for YouTube Shorts, 5.5k. So you can see over here on the left, these are the numbers so far for the show. And we got the pilot episode there. You can see we started around the 20,000 reach. Next week was our early growth phase, which brought us up to just below 30, around 27k, 27,764 right there. And then the next week we jumped up to around 35,000 reach. And this last week we weren't sure how it was going to go, the week prior. And we'll have the week just gone, those numbers at the end of this week. But the week just gone, we hit 53,300 reach. So that's awesome growth so far for this, and minimal marketing, guy. I mean, like pretty much zero. Like the content that we're creating from this is the marketing. So you know, putting those clips out and all that for community people that are following us along, you know, it's very bullish sentiment. I mean, I have to say, Sean, I know you're big on the numbers. You're more of a YouTuber than I am, but maybe you can give some insight into, like, you know, your thoughts on these numbers, the trajectory we're currently on. How are you feeling about it?
Yeah, it just kind of shows you there is an appetite for you know, like a new segment of crypto entertainment, and these numbers can be blown away in you know, a different type of market. This is happening when market sentiment is down, which is shocking to me. I'll be honest and say that I wasn't expecting to have these good of numbers initially right out the bat. Not even close. This, again, not even close. I don't even know how to say it. Like, I was not expecting this. So this just goes to show you, and I think it's only a matter of time before the viewership turns into holders and different things like that. So it also goes to show you that people are watching it for entertainment value, which is good. You know, we want those marketing dollars, so we need viewership and all that.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, like we said, we're on to, is it week 5 now of shows, or we just put it down?
We're
week 5,
starting, tomorrow is going to be episode 16.
Episode 16. Yep. Okay, yeah. So you know, we're here for the long haul. It's not like we're going to be slowing down. We've literally just added new shows to the roster here that we're going to be doing throughout the entire week. And this trending show will be on after those. So after Audience Edition tomorrow, trending will come on right after that. And same for Primetime Edition Wednesday, same for Microcap Edition on Thursday. So if you do like what we're doing here, and you want to get involved with the community, who are awesome, by the way. And again, if you're just tuning in, Sean was on Major Trending this morning, and it was a whole community initiative to get him on there, and everybody paid. It was a community pool to get him on. So community is awesome behind this token, and we're just going to keep, you know, ramping up these episodes, doing the trending, and then doing the main event. Our ultimate goal here, you know, of course, is to get, we want that 1,000 prime time to jump to 5,000 for the top wallet of prime time. We want that 250 microcap edition to jump to 1,000 for the microcap. That's where we want to be ultimately. And then we have the audience edition, which we're going to be changing, where you can go and buy the tickets for right here, right under our stream, lunarpump.fun. So that audience edition, that could supersede all, depending on how many people actually buy a ticket on any given week. So the idea is it's less than $5 to buy one ticket. That'll give you a slot on the wheel. You buy 2, you got 2 slots, so on and so forth. And the amount of money that's collected throughout that week, we spin everyone on the wheel. Whoever wins, they'll play in the upcoming week's audience edition for, I think, about, was it like 80% of that wheel? Or what is it, 60%, something, whatever the percentages are. Some will roll over to the next week, and then some will come, back to development and all that kind of stuff too, right? So it's an awesome way to do it. So the more people that get in on it, you could end up talking about a massive jackpot at the end of the week. The more people that are in, and then one person gets to play for it, and that could even be for a community. They might even decide, oh, well, this is for my community. Whatever, you do whatever you want. Your audience, it's audience edition, So no matter what. But yeah, so get on over, get your account set up if you want to buy a ticket and be in with a shot to potentially get on there and play for a big prize. The more people that are in buying it, the better. But obviously, hopefully, be willing to come on. You got to come on camera. If we're talking about big money here, we need that entertainment value on our end. And Sean, let's talk about Lunar Pump real quick while we have it up here as well. Because I know, this is a developer dream over here right now at this moment in time, I believe, Sean. We got some great kickbacks to developers, right? We got that bonding curve that is what? You got a 25K bonding curve, is that right? Curve?
50, I believe, right?
50, yeah, sorry, 50,
yeah.
My bad.
And I haven't heard from Mike today. Mike is doing this, but yeah, we're giving kickbacks for the bonding curves. I know Mike's talking to multiple different projects about getting them on Lunar Pump. So yeah, Lunar Pump again. Ultimately, this is why Lunar Dust even started. So I think there's a point in time where I think everything we built can be its own thing and be highly successful. So, I think we're going to potentially have multiple successful things branching out from one initial ecosystem with Lunar Dust, and hopefully the media company that it builds along with this token launcher, and then even going back to the L2. L2 is going to take a lot of money and a lot of time, but the token launcher and Lunar Dust are two things that can definitely take off quick. And Mike, I don't know if you're here, but if you can write those incentives again, Mike's been hustling for Lunar Pump, and the goal is ultimately to get at least one token bond in per week on there, so we can slowly start to gain progress with it.
Yeah, and the platform is looking awesome right now. It's beautifully done. The design is awesome. It looks great. This is your King of the Galaxy right here, and this is basically the projects that are closest to bonding. And this is a live thing. You can click into any one of those, and everybody has the ability to live stream on here. Same way we're doing it. Anybody launches token on here also has the ability to utilize the streamer rewarding audience members in real time. Audience members tipping the streamer in real time direct into their wallets, live on chain. It's an awesome feature. This is the live stream section over here for any of the top live streams. And of course, these are all tokens that are launching right now. So it's a fun platform. It's a really fun platform. All the documentation is up here as well. For anybody, disclaimers, frequently asked questions, all the docs are in there. Live streaming policy, launching on the platform helps you to do that. All the socials are right here. You got some volume controls. And of course, we have live support here as well, 24/7 live support. And, we're always live too. So if you're ever having an issue, we're always on Telegram. We do these live shows 5 days a week. So, the platform is awesome. But I do know that right now you're getting there's a massive incentive. I think you're going to get just shy of $1,000 back to the developer when you launch here, and you can utilize of the low market cap. So it's an easy way to get going, an easy way to crowdsource it. And I believe that's basically one of the best incentives we have right now, because I don't think there's anywhere doing that. And I think the fees right now, they're about to be dropped as well, as far as I'm aware. But we'll get Mike to come on here and do a nice good shill. One of these days we'll bring him up to the trending show. Sean, what do you think?
Yeah, definitely. I want to say it's 750 you would get if you're token bonds, 750 right back to you. I think is what it is. But yeah, we'll definitely need Mike up here. And we're all kind of there's so much stuff going on. We're all kind of handling different segments of the ecosystem. So yeah, Mike is going to hopefully come on. I don't know if he's really been around much today, but
yeah, he's been in and out. I know he's been busy with real life stuff, but again, lads, beautiful platform. Go over, check it out, lunarpump.fun. And if you do know people, developers, friends, anybody that just want to launch a token, great, go do it. You can launch a regular launch right here, but you can also do an ICO right here, which is basically gives you massive control over the wallets, the amount of wallets, how much each wallet can hold, and all your regular stuff here. You can set it up to have its own. Basically a whitelist that you can have. You can have it public or private, and then you can whitelist specific wallets if you want to do that. There you go, public, whitelist, custom amount, standard amount, loads of options. It's super easy. You can set the duration of how long you want this initial community offering to go on. And then it'll launch and you can do it. You set your time and it's a lot safer. It protects you from sniper bots, things like that. A lot more control over the launch. So there's options there. If that's the route you want to go, you got a really strong, hard community that are going to like get you out the gates early, hold the floor, and build from strength, besides having like a really dramatic up and down. I mean, nothing's ever guaranteed, but you certainly have more control. So if you got a good, strong, knit crew that do things like this all the time, you got tons of control over it. You're not going to get sniped out the gates when you do launch it. So come on over and check it out. If you're a developer watching, great incentives. Like I said, 750 back at low 50K market cap bonding curve as well to be able to do that. So come over, try it out, test it out, see what you think. Give us your feedback if you do. As well, because we're constantly updating this platform too, by the way. And again, like I said, this is one of the reasons Lunar Dust was even created, was to really push this the live streaming potential on here and offer something that is not being offered anywhere else right now. Live streaming is a strong meta right now. Entertainment has to, like, entertainment as is, like, we haven't seen Web3 entertainment really yet. I mean, let's be honest about it. It hasn't kind of found exactly what that even is. And that's why Lunar Dust is what it is right now. It's a game show. It ties into like the culture and the idea of crypto in essence, right? And having the tipping function and the rewarding function built into the chat and Web3, sending tokens back and forth live in the stream, engaging the audience maximally, highlighting them, interacting with them. The idea was to show people what's possible, right? Through this platform, you can launch a token, you can live stream, you can reward people directly in your chat, in the middle of your live stream, directly into their wallet as the streamer, and with that token, with the exact token. So here I have the option to tip right now with Solana itself, or tip with the Lunar Dust token, which is right here, which is the token launch here. So it all ties in beautifully together. It complements itself, and Lunar Dust was the idea to show people what the platform is capable of, what anybody could do, just like we're doing it right now. So, go on over there, check it out, test it out, see what you think. Talk to people that you think might be interested in this. I'm sure people have plenty of ideas of ways to engage their audiences and stuff and be able to tip and reward each other back and forth. So, go check it out and let us know.
Yep. And, I really do think, kind of reiterating what you said, I do think Lunar Dust is at the forefront of like Web3 / like crypto entertainment. It hasn't really been done, at least not properly. Like, yeah, Pump Fund has like their streaming section where people get on, but like, is that really in it? Like, this was the first thing that I think was done appropriately to actually be something real. And, we're going to hopefully be at the forefront. And yes, Only Rose is still holding on Lunar Pump. Let's bring them up real quick. Get on over. Let's get Only Rose bonded. I mean, she deserves it out of everyone for sure. They are hustling over there. We really need to get that token bonded.
There she is, top of the curve. Top of the galaxy. Queen of the galaxy right now. Only Rose. Let's have a look. I think my internet's running a little slow right now. Maybe that's me. But yeah, get on over there. Check it out. I'm not sure why the chart isn't popping up for me right now. Maybe it could be my internet. We have really bad weather here right now, so that might be the issue. But
yeah, it probably won't be any better for me. I have in my studio for some reason my desktop. I don't know what his problem is. As you saw Friday when I was having issues loading up the stuff for Lunar Dust Trending. But yeah, guys,
shout out to the Only Rose crew. Though, shout out to you guys. I know they've been strong supporters of us, especially all our endeavors as well. So, big shout out to you guys. Go check them out. Check out their Telegram. Do some research into it. They're a great community, solid peeps.
Yep. Yeah, let's get Lunar Dust up to 140 market cap, almost halfway. Well, a little bit more than halfway there, actually. Looks like Major Trend is going to open up some more doors for us when that happens. Like I said, we are in discussions about different partners to hopefully come on and bring us a little bit more, or I should say a lot more mainstream. And yeah, again, we're at the forefront of it, guys. We're like, how cool is it, I think, to actually be in something that is one of one. I know it's probably people are tired of hearing me say that, but it's true. One of one, and something that hopefully is going to be a trendsetter and kind of lead the way. And, you know, I think it's only a matter of time before, I'm not going to say rip off, but only a matter of time, but before I think we see other projects starting to do similar stuff than us, because when this takes off, which again, it's only a matter of time, I think people are definitely going to be out there copying, but it's going to be hard to replicate what we do. And we're going to continue to make it better, to make more shows, to bring on more hosts, and yeah, just build out this whole ecosystem.
Yeah, thanks for touching on that too, because I want to say that as well, was that, you know, I hope people do that, man. I hope people go and they follow our lead. That was the whole idea of doing it, like, is to show people what's possible. I hope they do it. I hope they reach out to us. Hey, we're here to help. You want to come over onto Lunar Pump and you want to try and do something like what we're doing right now, please reach out to us. We'll help you, you know, do what you're trying to do. Like I said, you know, we've built this game show from scratch, right? So, you know, we've been through it. We know exactly what it is, what it takes to do it, and how to integrate like into Lunar Pump. And, you know, the fact that that's our launch platform as well means that we can help and facilitate people. Like, just for example, just to show, like, buying raffle tickets, that was something that, you know, we had to integrate in order to do this. So like, we do have kind of creative control over this platform too. So like the ability to customize and, you know, be there for people and developers that are trying to launch on here. Like, we're always here, we're always available. So, and again, you know, come on over, try it out. If you want to do something, like, I hope we get plenty of copycats. Don't steal Moon or Dust, our actual game show, because that's our own IP. But create another game show. There's so many ways you can make a game show these days, and with the use of AI right now and vibe coding and things like that, it's most people, if you put your mind to it, you could do it. You know, there's a bit of work in it, no doubt, to get it where you want it to be, but it's certainly a lot easier to do it and a lot cheaper to do it these days. So, you know, you could do it too. And we plan on doing more of this too. We do have a couple of games lined up. We do have more games that we're going to be building. We're going to need hosts for that. So keep that in mind. And when we do launch them, you know, we want to build, how cool would it be to have the first crypto game show network, right? That we're actually doing multiple games. And when people are launching projects, we'd have the ability to run them across that kind of a network, or have the option to have those platforms to be able to highlight other people in this space that are trying to achieve too. So again, if people want to do that, like, come over, reach out to us. We'll facilitate, we'll help you do whatever you're trying to do, and we'll help you get exposure if you're legit and you're an honest player, and, you know, you're in this for the same reasons we are, to elevate this community, get it to the mainstream. If we want to get it to the mainstream, this is what it looks like, people. You know, it's going to be entertainment. Obviously, entertainment's so important. And what does entertainment look like in the Web3 world, in the crypto world? I mean, pretty similar to now, but, you know, it's got to take on its own flavor and form. And we feel like this is the way it's going to go. You know, as far as game shows is one thing, but you never know. There's so many ways you can implement this into whatever it would be. You know, your show could be anything. It doesn't have to be a game show. It can be whatever you want it to be. So, but we have that functionality here, super easy to use, easy to highlight your people in the chat, easy to reward them, easy to receive tips from them direct to your wallet. It's a no-brainer. It's so simple, and we're constantly improving it. And again, we're using Moon or Dust to bring people to us, to bring people to you if you come too. And this is the vehicle we're going to use to do it, because the bot itself, it taps right in to the pulse of what we're trying to tap into, which is active crypto communities that are live and active in real time. And that's what we want to do. So, you know, get in early, join us now. If you want, hey, pick up a bag of Moon or Dust right now. The chart is holding. Community is awesome. They got us on Major Trending this morning. Total full community effort. You know, so they're killing it, and they're going to keep killing it. I know, because every week our numbers come out, they get more and more bullish about it. So, you know, if you want to do that, and if not, if you just like the entertainment value, hey, get on over, get into the chat. We do audience participation on all these shows too, so you'll get, like, you can win $10 directly into your wallet and chat twice per show. First show tomorrow, Sean. You ready? You excited? Back in the host seat. How's your voice? Do you think you'll be? You think you'll be?
Yeah, I'll be good to go. But yeah, excited for audience edition tomorrow. Yeah, we'll be hanging out. We'll knock that out real quick. We'll hop back on over. We'll do some Lunar Dust trending, hang out a little bit more. But yeah, guys, we're at about an hour and 5-minute mark. Check out everything we covered from Lunar Dust to Biokrypt to WTFOUR. Who else did we cover? Wuang. And yeah, check them all out. And again, download the bot. This is your opportunity to be able to easily get covered on YouTube. So go ahead. Mr. Pixel has it pulled up right there. Go ahead, download that bot. Again, we made it pretty much idiot-proof by having me test it to make sure that I understand it. If I understand it, everyone should understand it because, yeah, I'm not the tech-savvy guy of the group. That's Mr. Pixel. But yeah, it's set up. It's easy. Go download it. Start voting and be talked about on Lunar Dust Trending hopefully tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll be back again tomorrow. So Sean's going to be hosting the audience edition. You want to play in that? Get into the audience over on Lunar Pump for tomorrow. Best thing I could say. Oh, I must have closed my Lunar Pump window. But yeah, get on over there. Get into the chat. Get your profile set up. Connect your wallet. Good practice is have your own wallet specifically for it, just to stay safe. And get ready to play. Get in the chat. Let us know that you're there. And if we see someone being active, and we just say, hey, come on up, let's play for $100 top wallet right now. Be willing to come into studio here with us. Go on camera, preferably. We're not pushing it too hard right now, but ultimately that's where we're going. So, yeah, get on over and get in there. There's going to be 2 games. You could win there's $100 top wallet in each, and then we have audience editions. You can win it just directly from the chat too. So get ready. And of course, this trending show will come on right after it, as soon as it's over.
All right, guys. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and shut it down. Remember, tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern, we'll be doing Lunar Dust, the audience edition, for 2 people to come up to play for $100 each. Then, of course, Lunar Dust trending right after. But that is going to do it for today's episode. And until next time, trade safe.
Play Lunar Dust live and win big. For your community or for yourself. Just don't dust. Tuesday, audience edition. Wednesday, prime time. Thursday, microcap. Think you can take on the whales and walk away with a fat bag? Be our guest. For free. Lunar Dust, the most bullish game show in crypto. Visit moon-or-dust.fun for details.